5 of our projects following on from investor queries into the company. I thought it would be useful just to talk about some of the recent exploration work and also give you a sense as to where we feel we are with the projects. There's also been a couple of questions in about corporate matters, some of the old chestnuts in certain cases, and I wanted to cover those in the 10 minutes, so I'm going to crack on. Malopo Farms Complex Project, Power Metal is $1,500 away from earning into what will be a total combined stake of circa 51% in the project. So far, we've undertaken various works over the years and recently started drilling in October 2020. What have we found so far? Well, first of all, the drill core, with all the other data that we've collected, demonstrates that the feeder zone geological model is correct, and we're happy with that. We've had samples tested at the University of Witwatersrand from the drill core that confirmed nickel sulfides. So obviously delighted with that. And we found from the first drill core from hole K16 has actually got significant nickel intersections from the testing. So we're absolutely thoroughly delighted with that. So this project is moving forward. These are large-scale exploration targets. It's a significant size and scale project, and of course we want to push on as much as we can. That's what we're doing. We're getting on with the job. The question that I've had many times is, do you get large-scale partners interested in these projects? Well, let me tell you, they monitor these projects all the time. They're looking for new nickel sulfide opportunities to take forward. There is a real demand out there for new pipeline opportunities. So, of course, we will be monitored. Well, we know we are. And the success that we're achieving so far will be noted. The question, of course, for us and our partners in all these things is how to take any project forward, where, when and how to bring in suitable strategic partners and on what terms and that kind of thing. So all of these things have to be factored in. But now we just push on with our work. We've got lots of technical information to still come out from further assay testing, from further technical core review, from further downhole geophysics and so on. And all of that will come out to market in the coming days, weeks and months. I'm absolutely certain. Moving on again in Botswana with the Kalahari Copper Belt. Power has a 50% interest in a strategic joint venture with Kavango Resources. There are currently 2 Kalahari Copperbelt licenses. Under that strategic joint venture, there's a further 8 potential licenses under due diligence to add a significant amount of ground in the Kalahari Copperbelt. But for the first 2, which are just south of the town of Ganzi, we are about 30-40 kilometres away from the big discoveries of copper silver at T3. And A4, we're in a similar type of territory, similar type of system, and we've been pushing on with work. It's been very successful work so far with soil sampling, aeromag and other review work that's been undertaken. And targets, of course, are emerging from that work. And those targets ultimately will be drilled. Well, that's the intention. So we're lining ourselves up as best we can to enable those drill programs to happen, and that's where you're going to get your major discoveries from. So very exciting time for us. Again, we push on. The question being asked by investors, is there interest in these projects? Well, I can say generically, yes, of course there is. And whether, how, when and what kind of deal structure you would engage is something that we would consider in parallel with exploration work as we push forward. In Australia, in our gold joint venture with Red Rock Resources, where we have a 49.9% interest at Power, we've commenced extensive exploration in the Victoria Goldfields area. We have 279 square kilometres of granted ground we can actively work on now, out of the 2,336 square kilometres of application ground. This is a prime gold territory for a new gold discoveries. We're targeting new gold discoveries, and we want to provide lots more information to the market on our exploration plans, the work that's being undertaken, and of course the results from that work as soon as we possibly can. But it's a hugely exciting project for us, and we are going full pelt to take that forward. We push on again. In the DRC, one of our legacy projects from the last 2 years, we've identified a 6.8 kilometre copper cobalt anomaly. We've undertaken termite mound sampling, pitting, mapping, sampling, and it's all been successful. And we've now moved into a geophysics phase, and we need to provide the results of that to market, of course, through regulatory RNS. And that is targeting, or producing drill targets effectively is the target, to enable us to go and start drilling, which, of course, is the point when you get a discovery. Again, questions about how we would take that forward. There's lots of interest in DRC opportunities. If you find something of material substance, then we have no doubt there'll be lots of interest in that project. So for now, we push on with exploration. And finally, Tanzania Haneti. I noticed there was a sense of disappointment after the rotary air blast drill results that came out. And perhaps that was because we should have communicated even more about what the process was there. We were doing that work to help us refine our targeting for deeper diamond drill testing, to identify anything that made us feel a bit concerned about the project and how to take it forward. Well, you know, that project is a significant nickel sulfide PGM target project. We're looking for major discoveries. There's a process to the work that has to be followed. We've completed the RAB program. Great. It's not stopped us. We're moving forward. We're very positive when we need to do those deeper diamond drill holes. Again, that's the kind of thing that will get us a discovery. And that's what we're pushing ahead to do. So expect to hear more on Haneti. Power has a 35% interest in Haneti, and our partners Katoro Gold have the remainder 65%. Very exciting project. Been watching it for years, and very optimistic that we could take that forward and hopefully find that big nickel sulfide PGM discovery. So 5 projects out of 9. We're operating in North America, Africa and Australia. We are more active than I think most AIM companies, to be quite frank, with more projects that could transform the nature of our company. We're having some great success across exploration. I mean, really great success. And we are confident that we should push on at pace across our projects and go and find those big metal discoveries that can transform the company and the lives of our shareholders. Now, a couple of other subjects. First of all, there's a degree of concern wider in the market about junior resource companies, and how confident do they feel about the projects, and how truthful are they being about how to take the business forward, and how are they handling funding and financing. It's important for you as an investor, as it is for me as a private investor, both in Power and also across multiple different companies, to have an honest assessment from the company as to the risks involved and the chance of success. And we deal, generally speaking, in a high-risk business. That's why our portfolio at Power is diversified, to give us a number of different shots at the kind of scoring a winning goal with our exploration. We're fortunate because multiple of our projects are pushing forward and getting very good results. Okay, so that's a great sign for us. Does it mean ultimately we will be successful? Does it mean we can transform our company? I don't know. Am I confident that we can? Yes, I am. And I shouldn't be running this company as CEO if I'm not. One other area is funding and financing. There's a great degree of concern in the wider market about how companies finance and how honest they are. Well, it's difficult for companies. If they come out in the junior resource space and say they need money, their market price gets trashed. So no wonder they're a little bit reticent. But I think there's a degree of honesty and openness you can have about financings. We're, as Power Metal, we've talked about our financing in the public domain in RNS quite regularly. We've been able to build up a robust financing position. In our financings that have been undertaken in the past, we've done it at the market. If you look at the December 19 and July 20 announcements, we raised at the market. It's important to protect existing investors so you can buy on market and feel confidence you won't have your legs cut away with the discounted financing. And it's important that we focus all of our energies and as much of our money as we can on exploration success and corporate success as we push our business forward. We have to be aligned with shareholders. Power Metal have, the board have a significant shareholding in the company and are heavily incentivized on the basis of share price performance. So if you have any further questions or queries, please send them to investorrelations@powermetalresources.com. We're building a company for you, the shareholders, not just for the directors. So if you want to know more, please let me know. Thanks for following this story. Hugely exciting time, and potentially we may be at value inflection points. Thank you very much.